I asked my Tinder match if we could reschedule our date, and he sent me this. Oh man, you just know this guy was a complete nice guy until he became this guy. He became ruthless, bro.
My wife told me to be more in touch with my feminine side, so I crashed the car. And then ignored her all day for no reason.
Oh, dude.
Protect or low gas prices?
I guess low gas prices, because ever since the movement, it's been a lot harder for me to find a guy to pay my bills, and all of a sudden I have to work and I have to do all these things, and I honestly don't want to work. I would rather stay in the kitchen. Mind you, I need some cooking classes, but I think I could take a couple cooking classes and make somebody really happy.
At least she's going down the right path, relatively. Good for her, I guess.
By 2030, women between the ages of 25 and 44,
over half
of women of marriageable age will be single for the rest of their lives. They will be unmarried and childless during those ages by 2030, which is like a very, very steep incline. In fact, they are so certain of this that they did this research on Morgan Stanley so their investors would know what to invest in the coming decade.
Wow.
So they're invest in box wine, right? And invest in cat toys, invest in
it's not a joke, guys, when we say this.
In ovum free.
This is serious stuff, bro. Womanism leads women down a path of lies. He's talking about The Rise of the She Economy by Morgan Stanley. It's definitely very interesting. You guys should check it out. It's 50% of all of our most marriageable women. 50%. Every other chick that you see will be unmarried for the rest of her life. So I really don't like to get too like doomer with the content that I put out, but this stuff really can't be understated enough. It's every other person. And if 50% of women are unmarried, that means 50% of men by default are also unmarried. I really have no idea where this leads, but always at the end of the day, it's about 100% personal responsibility. Understand these realities and think of a plan around this. Think of something that you can do to put yourself in a better position than you were before. That goes for men and women, by the way.
I became a TikToker, and now I just like do fashion stuff.
Do you do it full time?
Yeah.
So your revenue comes from sponsorships?
Yeah, it's like all social media now.
I don't know, fashion makes like no money unless you're a thin white woman. So, so she's a thin white woman, so being
lower the IQ, the more money they make.
Explain that.
Guys like yourself.
Yeah, how come I can be successful then?
Okay, well, you could be a lot more successful if you had 30 points less IQ. So you're an engineer, you get trained to be analytical. If you make a mistake, if you're building a bridge, you're building a rocket ship or whatever, a lot of people are gonna die, so you're trained to be safe.
Train us to be risk averse.
Correct, and trained to spreadsheet things to death. Overanalyze it, paralysis by analysis.
Which means you don't have to pull the trigger,
Correct.
You can just analyze it all day.
You think of all the possible permutations, all the possibilities of what can go wrong. If you do that enough, you'll come up with enough reasons not to do it at all. Taking action isn't doing a spreadsheet. Taking action isn't listening to a podcast. Taking action is not reading a book. Taking action is actually taking action.
Paralysis by analysis. Not gonna lie, this is something that I've struggled with a lot, and it's something that I continue to struggle with, but I'm getting better and better at it. It's something I've started doing recently is judging my days based off of the action that I've taken. So whether or not that's a good or bad day, I judge it by the actions alone. Did I go to the gym today? Good. Did I record a video? Good. Did I eat healthy? Good. Just like that. Very boneheaded in the way I look at it. Because I definitely had a bad habit of just way overthinking everything to the point where I want to get too much done during the day, but I would have thought about all these strategies and everything, meanwhile not really implementing them in my day-to-day life. And really, it just took me a long time to realize it. At the end of the day, your actions are the only thing that matter. Nothing else matters. Thoughts don't exist.
We have lost masculine role models in America. Like the average dude is coming from a single mother household where not only is the father not present, the father is not present due to the mother, separating them, engaging in the divorce. And then typically, when have you ever met a woman who's talking great about her ex-boyfriend or ex-husband?
Yeah, that's true.
And who does she tell it to? Everybody.
Everyone who will listen.
Including the kids, right? And you have these kids who look at mommy as, you know, number one, because you're a child, that's who you're dependent on mom, right? Yeah. Especially when dad's not there. So mom's word is life. Mom's word is everything. And then they're engaging this smear campaign on the fathers. So you have women growing up with bad ideas and perspectives of men. And then you have young men growing up feeling like I'm bad because I'm a man.
It's totally true, man. In the West, we basically shame anything that looks remotely masculine. Just look at all the guys in this space. Obviously, we can see what's happening with Tate. Guys like Jordan Peterson get canceled basically every week. And even guys like David Goggins gets hate for promoting mental toughness. It's an anti-masculine agenda.
I have this friend, McKenna.
Wait, hold up just real quick. His shirt says the future is female.
Very interesting.
She was dating this guy named Tanner. Not a great guy. He would not treat her like the queen she was. He would cheat on her. Didn't have any direct evidence of that part, but I'm sure he did. And I would remind her of this daily. And finally, she broke up with him. So I'm hanging out with her after, and she goes, Cole, I wish I could find a guy just like you. So naturally, I made a move on her. And she rejected me. I'm like, excuse me? You wish you could find a guy just like me? I am me. Hook up with me.
He's a troll, okay.
I've been putting in the time. I deserve this. You owe me.
This is 95.5% of all male.
Don't worry, bro. Just continue to be the nice guy forever. I'm sure she'll like you when she's around 30. Just wait it out. Just to go through like 5 more chads or something. Clean Sigma Girl is the title. She drops the chicken. Guy on the couch. No, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna feed it to the guy. Bro, what? Clean Sigma Girl? This is what a Sigma female looks like? Supposedly? What the? This Sigma stuff is getting out of hand, bro. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Dating been easier with the thing, or is it the same? Guys are still like.
No, I'm automatically like this terrible person. I'm a star. They can't be seen with me. They're this person and da-da-da. Like, especially if I try to date like an industry guy, it's more like they're embarrassed of me or like they can't post me.
Unbelievable. I am so proud of my fellow men. I'm so proud that you guys are resisting the temptation of settling for a star.
It gives me hope, dude. This guy's actually crying. Bro, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely sense a change in the tides. More and more men are waking up now than ever. Not allowing toxic people in their lives. Setting boundaries. Stay up, bros. Keep going.
What percentage of people do you think today meet their spouse on a dating app? 40? 80%.
80?
80%. So we have to understand that the landscape and how we meet each other is completely changed. The problem is that people think that because they have endless access, endless reach, endless potential, that all of those people on the dating apps are potential, but they're not. The more choice you have, the less satisfaction you have with every choice. This is how we are living through dating apps. We think we have endless choice, and therefore, when we do make a choice, we have low satisfaction with it. When you do swipe on someone, you say, okay, you swipe right, they swipe right, okay, let's go out on this date. You're thinking to yourself, you know what? I can have 4 million other people, 5 million other people. I don't even need to be here. And so you put less effort, less time, you have less satisfaction with the choice. So it's much harder to date today, much harder than it was 20 years ago.
What's one red flag in a guy?
When he you.
Damn, he you?
No, but if he were to, unless he's rich, then it's fair.
Wait, so if he's rich, he can you?
It does balance out sometimes.
Okay.
Right.
Nope. That's it, man. That's all.